Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart, and this time it's a small scale release in 1/72. And as you can see, that's another version of the StuG 3 Ausf.G. As you can see, it's a late MIAG production. So in 1/72 scale, this kit is quite cool because it doesn't take a lot of space, and yet Miniart managed to pack a lot of stuff into it. I made my own build review of the previous version, so you can find it on the same YouTube channel. But today we are talking about the latest variant, and it should be already available. So the kit number is 72112. Is the final shape, and what you see here on the table, what I will show in the part sense, it's exactly the same stuff of what you will be getting from MIAG. For example, they should have their novelties, Miniart novelties in stock. So, first of all, the box size is still the same. Here you can see comparison with my hand, and again we have the same style of the box art. It's the side profile of the vehicle. Here on the side you can find some safety information and address of the manufacturer, while on the opposite side you'll find the 4 marking options and also the small hint that the decals are coming from cartograph, and that's pretty much all. But 4 marking options in this scale is quite nice to have. That's a top opening box, and inside you'll find all seals, all sprues sealed into one plastic bag. So I'm going to open it right now. Just give me a second. And again, in the meantime, I will remind one more time that you can find the reviews of the previous versions on the same YouTube channel which you are watching right now. And they are definitely worth checking because Miniart did great work with the small scale vehicle. And for me, Miniart is more of the brand associated with the 1/35 scale, but here they, let's say, broke the stereotypes and actually released a nice small scale vehicle which is not a simple scaled down version of its bigger brother, because as you remember, Miniart also has the 1/35 scale version of the StuG, but here we have a bit more adapted version of the plastic, and adapted in a sense that it makes a bit more reasonable kit in relation to its size, so that's why. So I'm still opening the plastic bags, and that's because we have the PE thread actually packed together with the decals, but here it is. It's unpainted PE thread, and if I zoom in you can see the shorts in here. Also we have some holders for these panels, and overall quality looks rather nice. If I flip over this plastic or PE thread, as you can see, we have also nice installation points on the opposite side, and everything is wrapped into the plastic film, so those parts should stay intact. And next we have the small decal sheet. This one is coming from cartograph, and here you can see all the symbols for the 4 marking options. As you remember, some of the symbols can be copied with the brush, but that's already on you. If you are feeling brave enough and you are confident in your hands, then definitely go for it. Next we start with the first clear plastic sprue. As you can see, the molding quality looks rather nice, but the question is how to mask those tiny parts. I was trying to do this with the mask hole, so liquid masks. It's doable, and it gives you a bit more or less convincing result, so I think it's a way to go, for at least for me. Next we continue with the gray plastic sprue. So here we have the idlers for the drivetrain. As you can see from the opposite side we have also quite nice features. So overall I don't have anything here to add, so we can move to a bit bigger plastic sprue, because this one is dedicated to really impressive mix of parts. I guess Miniart decided to pack everything here. And as you can see, we have the superstructure panels. So obviously it should be assembled out of several parts, and we have quite a smart design because you have also the internal structure, not the interior, but the internal structure which will provide the support for these panels. And also we have the hatches molded separately, so this might be handy in case you have 1/72 scale figurine. I still wonder if Miniart will actually come out with the 1/72 scale figurines, because it would be a handy addition, especially considering how wide is their range in 1/35 scale. It's still strange not to see it in 1/72 scale, but maybe later. Next we have the sprue, which is molded in small size, and here we have, as you can see, the drive sprocket, and again another portion of the idlers. For the drive sprocket, you can notice also that the attachment points are placed between the teeth, so be careful while separating such part, because it's really easy to damage the teeth, and then it's very difficult to actually fix it. And now one sprue fell down, so I just need to pick it up. Just give me a second. Okay. Next we continue with the panels for the engine compartment. So here these openings are needed because all of the meshes, they will be copied with PE parts, which is really great. Even in such small size, it makes the noticeable difference. That's why I appreciate such bonus included. And next we have the side shelves. So the most tricky thing here is that we have the Pioneer tools pre-molded. If you take a careful look here, for example, you can see the shovel. It will require the careful painting, but I think the final result should be worth it. When I was assembling it, it wasn't such a great problem to work around, so I don't think it's even worth mentioning as the disadvantage of this kit. Next we continue with the plastic tracks. These are supplied on 2 sprues as well, and that's where you will spend plenty of time because of the size of these track links. You can see comparison with my fingertip, they are very small, and that's why you have to be careful while installing them, and also you have to somehow carefully paint them. So in 1/72 scale, obviously it's not a casual task, and this will require some skills from you as well. Next we continue with the Sprue DE, and these panels are actually for the lower hull section. And what is interesting is that the side panels are molded with the torsion bars or suspension legs, and the floor panel is molded with the front and rear panels. Actually only the front, the rear armor wall will be installed separately, but here inside you can see exactly what I was talking about. There are no interior details whatsoever, so in case you're expecting the interior, because Miniart is quite famous for their interior kits, this is not the case. You should go for the bigger scale models from the same brand. Next we have the frame A. This one is dedicated to the drivetrain parts. As you can see, these are the road wheels, again the drive sprockets here, the tensioners here, or the idlers. And the road wheels, what is interesting, I will have to bring them closer to show what I will be talking about. So first of all, they are molded together with the rubber sections, but we also have the casting marks on these rubber sections. This is really unusual for 1/72 scale. Even today, there are not that many brands which are actually doing it, so that's why I think it's something to appreciate. Next we have the Sprue C. Again, some parts for the superstructure, and again here, for example, we have the separately molded hatch, and also we have some holders for the external armor. We have machine gun, so overall it looks decent, and there will be for sure some parts, let's say leftover parts, so you can use them for your spare parts box. And the last gray plastic sprue is the frame BA, for which I will have to zoom out, because here, as you can see, we have a whole set of the small parts. So more Pioneer tools are placed here, and the towing cable will have to be replicated with your own hands and tools. I mean the metal wire, obviously, so be ready for this and get the proper thickness. And well, it will be also important for the antenna on this vehicle, because as you remember, the antenna is quite visible on the model. So if you do not install it, it will be noticeable. If you install the thick one, it will be also noticeable. So that's why try to spend some time and find the proper dimension. Next we start with first 2 marking options. So here you can see the traditional German camouflage, and also the noticeable difference is the absence of the Schurzen here on the second marking option. Next we continue with the parts map, and on one more page here, just give me a second. So here we continue with the lower hull assembly, and as you can see, it's a matter of combining the panels together, and we do not have any internals here, so you just need to build this small tub, then install the road wheels and drive sprockets, then install the tracks. Then we continue with the superstructure and side shelves, and also the engine bay cover here. Next we continue with the separate hatches, as I was saying before, and you can open the main hatch on the superstructure, obviously, on the roof panel. We also place the spare wheels on the rear, Here we have the metal wire. So as usual, Miniart specifies the length, but does not specify the thickness, which is quite strange in my opinion. The same goes for this antenna, as you can see here. And next you can see installation of the shorten, which is applicable for the first, third and fourth marking option. But it will be plenty of work. And also with shorten you get a bit more opportunity to work with weathering, obviously. Next we have here the small ad for other versions of this vehicle, which were reviewed on my YouTube channel. Here we continue with the third and fourth marking option. And here on the last page you can see the fifth one, which comes as a nice bonus actually. So overall it's a great small scale kit, which is also reasonably priced. And that's why I recommend it to some modders who are asking me where to find a decent 1/72 scale vehicle. This is the one. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.